They say I walk like I never had a problem. I say nah, man, I walk like I know how to solve them. Powerful connections I do not want to involve.
What's going on, folks? It's Kspadetheprospect, aka the Big Blue Chevy driver. You already know, sometimes referred to as the YouTube MVP. And I'm back tonight with another Johnny Hithard video. And in this episode, Johnny and his Bulldog teammates get into the tough conference part of their schedule. And everybody knows the SEC is the real deal. Regardless of where you live or where your favorite team is, everyone knows the SEC is the real deal. All right, so the Bulldogs come out here and beat a couple big name schools. Tennessee is a big rivalry game. They roll through that, roll through South Carolina. And it typically happens. I don't understand why it still happens, but it happens. It's easy to look over a small school like Kentucky. And no, I don't really mean small in size, but unless it's basketball, people really don't fear Kentucky. So I don't know if Johnny and his teammates was looking later into the schedule, thinking about some other schools, but they came in on the wrong foot. So let's jump into the game here. Johnny starts the game off with a pretty decent return. He really likes darting down that sideline, and it's kind of like Kentucky knew it. They was waiting on him. Still was a good return. The Bulldogs put 6 points on the board. Not quite sure why they didn't get the extra point, but at any rate, with a 6-0 game, with Johnny just getting on the field defensively, he cheats up, leaves his zone wide open, and you see he got docked for bad zone coverage. First down given up already. Lucky for him, it's early in the game, so he still has time to get his mind right and try to make an impact on the game. And kudos to Kentucky, man. They had a very unique play calling style. It was very balanced. Like, they would run some pro style, they would run, they would pass, they would, all kinds of stuff. They would run some no huddle. And speaking of, I don't know if you guys saw that zone, but Johnny had a deep zone. Instead, he tried to blitz. That's one of those things that when it pays off, you look like the hero. When you don't, you look like an ass. So there you go. It's a 7-6 game, and Johnny is the reason. He knows he's the reason. He has to come out on this next possession and play a whole lot better. Bulldogs don't get any score on the board on their last possession. So, right now you got your backs to the end zone. You really want to make a good play. So speaking of Johnny, he does a good job. He gets back into play, makes the tackle here, but I don't know what was going on with his 10 teammates. The running back ran like 10 or 11 yards before the first hand got put on him. Never want that to happen, ever. So this is the second play where we see Johnny diving on somebody's back. Now, I know I made comparisons between him and Deion Sanders in the last video, but this is not what we wanted. Those of us old enough to have seen Deion play, we know Deion wasn't about that contact. He was all about diving on people's backs and whatnot. But Johnny, as the last name would imply, he's supposed to be out here hitting kids hard. So they keep Kentucky out of the end zone, but not off the scoreboard. So they go up another 3 to make it a 10-6 game, and this running back is still chopping up the Bulldog defense, just running all through these guys. You watch that replay, and it just frustrates me. You see he darting back and forth, and the no strafe in there is really killing me, man. It's killing me. So it looks like Johnny has locked down on defense. He's playing the type of defense we expect to see him play. But once again, kudos to Kentucky. They're just finding the holes. If everybody's open, they're dumping it down to the running back. Or, throwing it away or even scrambling, calling no huddles, just mixing it up, keeping the Bulldog defense on their heels, which is what you're supposed to do. So case in point right here, Johnny was actually deep in his zone where he's supposed to be, dumped it down to the running back. Keep the series moving. Well, I thought they kept the series alive. So Kentucky is kept out of the end zone, however, not off the scoreboard. So they get another field goal. All is going well before Painmaker, bitch. This kid just got steamrolled, rolled all up on his shoulder pad, on the side of his helmet. That's embarrassing, dog. You're never supposed to be up on the side of your helmet, ever. So what do you know? They come right back, dump it to the same kid in the flats, and hit hard, ho. And it was at that moment that I saw a tear roll down the cheek of that guy. Almost a grown man. I swear it was a tear coming down his cheek. But at any rate, getting back to the game, it's a 13-13 game before UGA gets a big interception on the defense right here that ends up leading to another score. So 20-13 with 2 minutes to go. What a comeback, man. It was 13-6 at some point. So it's 2013. UGA is in control of this game. Johnny Hithard is playing better. He started off playing bad. He's playing better. And everything is going well. All he got to do is make sure there are no mental lapses like step it. Well, damn. Johnny, what are you doing? Johnny steps forward on a deep zone. Never do that. And he gets toasted. He's given up 14 of the 20 points that Kentucky has. However, UGA bails him out with a field goal. So it's a 3-point game with, a handful of seconds left. So I'm going to show you guys all of these last plays as the game ends, to make sure that Johnny don't do anything else stupid. So even though he made some really big tackles this game, he made 2 just ridiculous mistakes in the secondary. And like I said, he accounts for 14 of the 20 points that Kentucky has. So I guess it's not even fair to say that UGA looked past Kentucky. Just Johnny Hithard looked past them. So as of right now, that sack right there pretty much solidified the win for the Bulldogs. So the good news is, even though he had some brain farts, the team was good enough to pull him through for the win. And hopefully he learned a lesson from it. Hopefully he never looks past another team again. And, if you can make a mistake and still get the win, if you can make 2 mistakes and still get the win, it speaks volumes for your team. The Bulldogs are able to pull out the ugly win. Ugly win, especially for Johnny Hithard. And I guess that's all that matters. Bulldogs get the win. They still are undefeated right now, ranked number 2 in the whole wide world. Okay, that's a stretch. Number 2 in the nation. And that's all I got for this video. So I'm going to let you guys see the highlights. I'll catch you in the next one. That's all I got, man. Peace.
Thank you for attending today's ball game. Please drive home safely.
Rainmaker.